In this video, I'm going to show you how to build real conviction when reading price action. So you're not just guessing, you're understanding. I'm going to walk you through what candlestick clarity really means and why it matters. But not only that, I'm going to walk you through how I see candles in relation to structure, how I find clarity, and how this changes everything about the way I trade using candle range theory. To me, candlestick clarity means having full conviction in what price is doing, where it is going, and why. So it's not just about spotting patterns, but it's about reading the intent behind the candle inside of the candle's range. Let me make this more understandable with an analogy. Clarity can only exist within structure. Think about it like this: the market is like a large body of water. If that water isn't contained, it goes everywhere. There's no direction and there's no form. But structure is the container that gives the market its shape. Once you see those boundaries clearly, you can finally understand how the market moves within them. So once you learn how to read candles in relation to their range, everything gets much clearer. So now that you understand what candlestick clarity really is and why it can only exist within structure, let's talk about why it matters in the first place. Why most traders never get to this point and what that costs them in the long run. Most traders do not lose because of their setup. They simply lose because they don't understand what the candles are telling them. They are either chasing moves or getting shaken out by manipulation or constantly reacting to noise. Clarity helps you trust your analysis and stay aligned with the market. And most importantly, in my opinion, it helps you act with precision and not with emotion. Confidence comes from clarity. Patience comes from clarity. Decisiveness comes from clarity. And without clarity, you're always going to be in doubt and you're going to be either trading off of fear or hope and never from understanding. Now, finally, let's break down the foundation that it sits on: structure. Like I said before, structure is the container that gives the market its shape. Once you begin to see those boundaries clearly, you can finally understand how price moves within them. Price does not move randomly. It moves within the framework of major highs and major lows, creating a structural range. That structural range sets the tone for everything: direction, behavior, even the meaning of the candles that you're seeing. Now, let me analyze this chart and turn this chaos into clarity. Now, with your major high and major low set, you now have your structural container overall. So what this means now is that everything inside of this range has context. All the candles have a meaning in identifying what the market is going to do next, what it has done, and why it has done it. Anything outside of this range is simply noise or creating a new structure. Now, once our main structure is defined, let's put the focus on internal liquidity, which is our key highs and lows within this structure. So in this case, our first internal liquidity high, and we have another high of internal liquidity here that the market has just tapped into. And I see here that we have some lower internal liquidity collected near the low as well. So what this does for this example is tells us that price had a full candle close here, collected this internal liquidity, had a CRT candle formation, a two candle formation, and then went the other direction. So now with our internal liquidity that was collected near the low, this helps us see where price is likely to head next, because the only range left for it is our internal liquidity targeting the highs. And in this case, we're waiting to see a CRT candle formation inside of this range of internal liquidity. Now let's watch the chart and see what happens. Now, as you can already see, the structural range sets the tone for everything: the direction, the behavior, and even the meaning of the candles that you're seeing. Because within this area of internal liquidity being collected is where we had a high probability three candle CRT setup, with that being these three candles here. So now on a smaller scale, you can tell that you had your full close candle, which was a long body candle. And then you had your long wick candle, which shows the manipulation. And then you had your final candle of distribution that shot directly to the lows of the candle range. And just to make this final part even more clear, what I like to do is within this, since I'm on the 2 hour time frame, just for an example, our first high, I'll label this here and call this the 2 hour high. And then our low, same thing, CRT high, but the 2 hour low. And so this is the range. So within this area, You find your entry and you can see that this is the areas that those CRT candles form within. If you found this video useful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share the video, and see y'all on the next one. Peace.